Hey, thanks for joining me again. Travis from the Knife Joker. Today coming at you with another new model, a new knife here on the channel, and well, pretty much a new model in general. Just been out just a little bit of time. Kansept Knives Warrior. You see this knife being the thumb stud, titanium frame lock with insert, and 5 different versions here in front of us. You can see, well, here on the camera, 3 Tontos and 2 drop point versions. And Kansept Knives, once again, being kind of a newer knife brand on the market, but the people in Kansept Knives not being new to knife building, just a newer brand here on the market and on the channel. Just showing you once again the packaging, same packaging they had on that cryo if you saw the last video. This Warrior, 5 different versions in front of us. I'm not sure how many they have. This might be all of them, but I'll go over these one by one, kind of showing a lot of different finishes that Kansept is capable of doing, just like they did on the cryo. Quite a few finishes. Titanium, that marble carbon fiber, obviously with the lanyard clip there on the back, going with that bead blast clip. And these do ride on ceramic ball bearings. I believe has a ceramic detent ball, if I can get a shot of that at all. Definitely can see that steel lock bar insert there on the lock face. Yeah, no real hot spots. Kind of impressed with the cryo being, like I said, no sharp edges. Once again, no hot spots at all that I feel really. Not hard using the knife at this moment, so I don't know how far that goes, but it feels pretty good right there on my, I guess, large size hand. If you do watch the channel, you'll see that super beefy blade. Those little jumps, not all the way across, just cut them in each side. The new style jumping that really I've seen. And once again, I haven't used the knife, but I can feel it hitting my finger a little bit. I'm sure it's better in and out of your pocket without those all the way across. A couple different finishes here, just right on the blade. You see that satin, just a little fingerprints there. That satin blade with stonewashed flats. And yeah, we haven't done a lot of thumb studs here on the channel, but geez, pretty impressed with these ones right out of the gate. Just looking at that centering there. I mean, detent wise, smoothness, well, this one's phenomenal. Let's check out this next version. Obviously, bead blast titanium instead of that anodized black, and some micarta, green micarta at that. One thing, I don't know, I have had these out of the box just for a little while, and one thing I was impressed with right out of the box was that green micarta's green. Oh, I don't know, just so many green micartas on the market that are really seem brown and kind of brown tan, something like that. But yeah, that looks pretty green, and well, we all know I like green. Same blade, that S35 VM Tonto 2-tone, the swedge. Well, let's check out this sharpening edge can get it. Well, that's a decent shot of it. Not a super shot. Just trying to look at the consistency of the edge here from Kansept. I realize, yeah, well, we got dust all over the blade, but just trying to look at the edge. It's again pretty darn smooth, and detent's just about right. Just about right. You know, like I said, I don't do tons of thumb stud knives on the channel, but we'll see what happens. Probably can do the flick method as well. Of course, thumb stud guys are, of course you can. See this other Tonto version here. That regular carbon fiber, which it is a rounded scale, not flat, so that carbon fiber shows pretty well. Got that anodized black titanium backspacer there with the lanyard hole, and then I'm gonna orange peel finish here on this titanium. Although it's not shiny like that cryo was. Oh, I should have brought that cryo over to compare, but kind of like an orange peel with a bead blast to bring down so it's not quite as shiny. Oh, you hear the lockup on that one. Not quite as smooth, but once again, these are just straight out of the box. Ooh. Oh, well, I'll cut myself here on camera before figure out the thumb stud, but boy, I haven't had any problems at all with these thumb studs. I think it's the, well, kind of ergonomics, the distancing on some of these things. It must be about right on these. Check out these last two versions here, and you can see, well, right out of the gate, like a different blade. It's a sort of a drop point blade, they say. Yeah, drop point. Let's see how thick that back spine, staying thick all the way up, almost right to the tip. Gonna be a pretty rugged use knife, I would assume. Again, haven't used them. Oh, well, trying to look at that edge. Well, as I shut up and just dumbfoundedly look at this knife. Very consistent edge. Well, I should try some on paper or my arm or something like that, see the actual sharpness of them. But just eyeballing the edge there, real consistent. Just trying to get a close-up of all that stuff there. So yeah, even this drop point being, it's a little bit Tonto-ish, isn't it? A little bit Tonto-ish, a little reminiscent of the actual Tonto Warrior. Check out this last version here. Once again, that green micarta, and it's green. They give you that bead blast backspacer on this one. Bead blast all around. Bead blast all around, really, because, well, when you go to the blade, they don't have that two-tone blade on this version. So again, they're showing, oh, I just put my finger mark on there, showing them what they can do. If I can get a better view of it. There you go. Definitely easier to see it in person. Just have to hit it with the right angle. Oh, I'm gonna put my fingerprint on there again. What an idiot. Just trying to get the dust off. Tend to get a lot of dust in my videos. Check out that Media Blast blade. Not the two-tone version like the last one. It's just all one tone and like a Media Blast. Of course, darn. So many pieces of little dust in here. But yeah, this one being kind of a sparkly blade and dull at the same time. Pretty cool Media Blast what they did on there. If I can ever get this to focus on the Media Blast. Yeah, but Media Blast all the way around. All edges. And once again, haven't used them, so I don't know what that's going to hold up like when you're using it. Probably, possibly scratch less than the satin version. You know, that's going to be hard to say. Until you use them. Then it might be easy to say, wouldn't it? I hear that thing lock up. Yeah, pretty impressed with these thumb stud warriors, that's for sure. And Kansept bringing the concept of these knives to fruition, and pretty impressed with the overall fit and finish, especially for the price. These micarta ones, I think $175, and the carbon fiber versions being like $198. Probably should get a weight on one of these, maybe a measurement. Haven't even said any specs at all. I could just usually randomly jump around. As you can see, 3.5 inch. It will tell you that. There on the Knife Joker, some more actual specs. That's why I don't tend to usually go over them all 3.5 inch. Let's just see what one of these weighs. I think, really, even though it's a titanium frame lock, probably coming in at maybe just under 4 ounces, I do believe. If you've been watching the channel, I had that scale failure. Just old scale died. So there we go, the new one. 3.7-ish on the scale, so that's pretty darn good for, I think, titanium frame lock knife. Maybe get a side-by-side with another knife might be helpful. I mean, a lot of times I'll put the Mannix out there as a side-by-side comparison. You know, it's almost a 3.5 inch knife too. Obviously quite a bit wider, taller, I should say, than the Warrior. Kind of reminds me maybe of the Andela. The Andela, well, they're both about 3.5 inch blades. But the Andela is maybe a little skinnier in the handle. Well, maybe it's not. Now that I get them actually side by side. Yeah, it's pretty skinny carry, the Warrior. Not a huge handle. And once again, still pretty ergonomic. And my hand's not falling off the back. That's nice. There's no choil. You're not going to choke up. So you come from there, yeah, still comfortably on the handle. Pretty comfortable knife. I didn't mean to go on and on about that. I was just trying to do some side-by-sides. I thought, well, I'll bring out a PM2 because, well, pretty popular knife, I guess. Let's see, even to the PM2, a little bit of a slimmer, thinner, I don't know about thinner, a little slimmer carry there. Yeah, I'll maybe just bring out this cryo. One last little side-by-side. In case you're a Kansept fan or becoming a Kansept fan, you see the Warrior and the cryo. They're side-by-side. Both pretty impressive. You see that Warrior just a little thinner than your cryo carry. Of course, without the flipper, also a little smaller in that one area. We'll get some of these knives out of the way here. Yeah, it's probably closest to that Andela, in all reality, in size. But pretty much enjoyed finding out about these Warriors and really getting them in hand, seeing the color and the different finishes that Kansept's been bringing. Pretty cool. probably keep bringing that to the channel. Maybe bring out some shards here next to the channel. So if you do like what you see, if you want to know more about those warriors, hit the subscribe button. Check them out at theknifejoker.com, and we'll see you next time.